Good evening, viewers. Today, let us discuss certain ways of learning or certain stages of learning. The first one is puzzleization, or the second one is plateau, and the third one is comfort zone. First, let us discuss what puzzleization is. All of us have the ability to learn certain things. Sometimes we learn things correctly, and sometimes we learn things incorrectly. All of us say that speaking and listening, reading and writing are skills, but as far as speech is concerned, it is more a habit rather than a skill. If you form good habits, we speak well. If we form bad habits, we speak wrongly. That is the difference between native speakers and non-native speakers like us. That's why these days we are insisting on the forming of good habits right from childhood. Once bad habits are formed, they're very difficult to get rid of in life or in our language. So it's better for us to speak correctly right from the beginning. It is better for us to speak with correct pronunciation right from the beginning rather than to correct them once they are formed. It's so difficult to change our pronunciation once it is puzzleized. Even though we have a training for accent reduction and so on, our vocal cords tend to pronounce in the old way because they are fossilized. We have a tendency to go back to the past habits. So once we have reached to the level of fossilization, it's difficult to go away from that stage, but it's not impossible to go away from that stage. So we have to make indefatigable efforts to get away from that stage. All of us are capable of changing our bad habits and resorting to the good habits by constant practice, drill, and repetition. One psychologist says that learning is to learn not just new things, but to unlearn bad things and to relearn good things. That means when there is something new, we have to learn. When there is something bad in our speech, pronunciation, grammar, we should undo it by learning the correct one. If you know something well, and if you're capable of doing something well, you have to relearn many times so that it is established. That is the way of learning things. The second one is plateau. The stage also almost equal to puzzleization. Here, we don't make much mistakes. But of course, we speak correctly, we use grammar correctly, but the problem is we don't go beyond that level. That's the problem here. We stop at some stage, but that is also not we are intended for. We have to improve ourselves day by day, because learning or teaching is a lifelong continuous process. It is an ever elasticity of mind. It is a continuous project. It never stops until we die. So we have to refresh our knowledge. We have to refresh our habits. We have to undo our bad habits. We have to consolidate our good habits. And we have to learn new habits correctly. So I would like to say something. Some people say that I'm able to write or use English grammar correctly when I write, but I'm doing mistakes while I'm speaking. What is happening? It is because of puzzleization. When you speak, you make mistakes consciously or unconsciously. But when you write, since you have a lot of time, you correct itself, correct your grammar and write it correctly. So what should you do? You have to speak a number of times so that your speech becomes intelligible, correct, and mistakes free. So we should do that. The next one is the comfort zone. This is not a linguistic or any physical problem. It is a psychological problem. All of us like to be in the comfort zone. We don't want to come out of the comfort zone. It is, of course, applicable to all our government teachers. We don't go beyond their level once they get the job. Of course, they may get angry with me, but as a teacher, as a linguist, or as an experienced teacher, I can say that they are also living in their comfort zone. They must come out of their zone so that they can speak better, they can write better, and they can even read better, and they can teach better. That is the most important thing for all our teachers, whether it is government or private teachers. What is our motto? We have to teach well so that the children learn well. That means teachers are the ambassadors of next generations. Our responsibility is much more than other professions. All of us must live up to the expectations. If you make a mistake, it will have an impact on the generations together. So if you keep this factor in mind, you will try to become a better or even the best teacher. So all of our aim is to become the best, not even better. So I hope all our teachers will try their best to become the best teachers. Thank you very much for watching our channel. Thank you very much for Mr. Govindararu inviting me to our channel.